32 cars here in the stalls, ready to come out here and show you how it's done at Martinsville Speedway. But before we get into all of the racing details here for tonight's events, we need to jump on over to the sponsors that have made it all possible here on the racing side of things. This league is brought to you by Global Building Contractors. They are the title sponsor for this series, so make sure you check them out on the social media, as well as iRacing, Drivers World, and Gold Cube. So make sure you check out all of these great partners over on their social media sites. Give them a big shout out for coming on board here for this series. And of course, the following partners here have made it possible for 2019 for us to be on the air. Those do include Northwest Racing Series, your official one-to-go sponsor here for tonight's event. Wool's Beard Co. Beard Balm, your official starting grid sponsor. RaceOnTexas.com, your official dirt partner here for Virtual Racing Network. Sim Speed Shop, your official button box company of VRN. Hanover Wrecker Service, your official caution sponsor for all events here on VRN. On the Edge Motorsports, your official Wicked Energy Gum retailer. Head on over to ontheedgemotorsports.com to pick some of that up today. Huffman Designs, if you're in the market for a killer paint job here on iRacing, make sure you head on over there and check them out. Again, that is Huffman Designs. And of course, RACECORE themselves, the league you're watching here tonight. That is RACECORE Online Racing League. You can catch all the live action here on Sunday night and coming up on Tuesday night starting in June. Oh, that will do it here for all the sponsors that have come on board to make this possible. Of course, we want to give a huge shout out to all of them once again. Everyone that's come on board here. We have 160 laps around this half-mile track here. It is referred to as the paperclip. And trust me, we're going to see some bumping and banging, and I guarantee you, tempers will flare here tonight at Martinsville. It's just the way of the land here. You will not leave this track. If you leave this track and you have fenders that are straight, well, then you just weren't racing hard enough here. Again, bumpers will be bent, tempers will be flared, and we may have friends become rivals before the night is over. We'll see how many friendships stay intact here tonight, as beating and banging is just part of the track and part of how it goes down here at this track. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see how that all does play out. Right now, Mikey and Neil does have the fastest time with a 19.092, and he's the only driver currently with a 19.0 time here. So it looks like they're getting ready to pull into a driver's meeting, and I'm sure they'll do another pit party before it's all said and done. Let's go ahead and of course let you know what's coming up next. That will be qualifying here from Martinsville Speedway. Again, qualifying coming up here in the next, well, just under 15 minutes. So we have quite a bit of time here in the pre-race show to go over all of the racing details. And of course, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight, whether you are over on the YouTube side of things here in the ultra high definition, or if you are in the Facebook side of things. And we also want to give a big shout out to Jason Deere donating there on the YouTube side of things. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Jason Deere, did you just have a birthday this week? Might have been today I saw it. We have been so busy we didn't get a chance to get on there and congratulate you, but I believe I saw a birthday in store for Jason Deere, one of our longtime followers here of VRN. So a big shout out to him on that. If indeed it was this week, or if it was today, we didn't get to 100% clarify on that. But again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. Just to give a little bit of information here, let's go ahead and pull up our bulletprooftees.com track information. Of course, we're here at Martinsville Speedway. You are going to have 4 turns here. Same track length as 0.49, technically 0.5 if you want to get rounding up. And there So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Of course, turns here, 4 turns. Pretty obviously, again, it's considered the paperclip of racetracks here for the NASCAR circuit. Altitude 731 feet. Race distance, of course, is not going to be over a million miles there. It's only going to be 160 laps worth of miles. We'll do the math on that later on tonight. Your track temp is quite calm, really, at 74 degrees. I would expect it could have been a little bit higher, but it is nice and looks, you can see the sky out there. Not too many clouds, looks like about partly cloudy. 74 degrees, your wind 2 to 3 miles per hour out of the southwest. Beginning to feel like a forecaster here. So we will keep an eye on this temperature here tonight, though, to see if that track temperature is going to go up or down. Your air temp, while it's not listed here, is sitting at 65 degrees. So your air temp, not very hot compared to the track temp. They have been laying down some rubber, and I would expect that track temp to probably lower while they're in a driver's meeting here at the moment. So we'll definitely keep a close eye on all of that here tonight to see how it does go down. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're here at Martinsville Speedway as they are in a driver's meeting at the moment. And of course, if you are new to the channel or just want to hear it anyway, of course, in the booth here tonight is myself, Charles Wooten. I am your producer and announcer here for tonight's events. Hopefully everybody out there is enjoying yourself so far. This is the time. Get you something to drink. Get you something to snack on. Again, this is the time to do that while we have about 11 and a half minutes left to go before we get things officially started racing here in the next little bit. So make sure you do that. We'll go ahead and put your countdown to the green flag drop here, as you see right there, just over 11 minutes. We're going to step away, see which driver we can get in here to talk to in just a minute. So give us just one moment. We will be right back. All right, we have sent the word out here to try and get a driver in here. We're going to see if we can't get Sterling Smith in to the booth to talk to him just a little bit. A lot of things going on there for Sterling Smith, as well as Brandon Young. Unfortunately, Brandon Young not going to be here. I believe someone said he had a niece or nephew that was having a 1-year-old birthday party. So hopefully he's out there eating some cake for all of us. But again, we're going to see if we can't get Sterling Young in here just to talk to him a little bit. A very up-and-coming driver here. We have watched him progressively get better and better, get better finishes week in and week out. So we are definitely going to see if we can take a chat with him before it is all said and done. And while we have a minute here, let's go ahead and pull this up here as we'll go to our aerial coverage real fast, as we'll switch over to a driver that is indeed on the track. And there you go. Tonight's aerial coverage will be brought to you by Sames Ford at Corpus Christi, Texas. They are Texas's oldest dealership. So if you are in the market for a new or used car, obviously a Ford, make sure you head on down to Corpus Christi, Texas, and check them out. Big shout out to them for coming on board here for the remainder of 2019, and probably for the foreseeable future. We'll definitely be talking to them here very soon. But again, that is going to do it for the aerial coverage. So when we go to cautions, or just periodically throughout the race, we'll be going to the aerial cam here tonight. You can see right there Ford on that nice looking fire suit there. That is the number 9 you're watching of Brian Dorsey. So a lot of really nice paint jobs here as we go through the field there. You can see the 84 of Bryson Barker sitting back there as well. Josh Coley in the 33, as well as the 1 of Chris Brown, the driver we're going to be wanting to talk to here in a little bit if we can find him. There he is right there, sitting in the second stall. And then number 17, that is the number 17 of Sterling Smith with that Extreme Sim Racing logo on there. New sponsor they have picked up. Really cool people. We've actually talked to them ourselves. Make sim seats, rigs, whatever you need. So extremesimracing.com is where you can go to check that out. Cool people. We're going to be talking to him a little bit about that if we can. So again, we do have confirmation we're going to be able to talk to him. We're just waiting on that driver's meeting to be done. So definitely get back to you. We're going to step away to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will be hopefully talking to Sterling Smith.
Thermal take. Say command.
What is the weather like in LA?
The weather is clear in LA.
What is the weather like in New York?
The weather is rain in New York.
Use flow mode.
Flow.
Say hello TT.
Hello TT.
All right, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, they are still in that driver's meeting here with about 5.5 minutes left to go. They should be wrapping it up here momentarily, and we will be going down trackside to talk to the 17 of Sterling Smith. Again, if you're just tuning in with us here, I know some more people just tuned in. We are here from Martinsville Speedway. Here at the moment, so let's go ahead and let's zoom out here just a little bit if we can. There you can go see this track just a little bit more. You can basically see an entire corner off of one camera. That is how small this track is. It's a half mile, but it is a little bitty half mile at that. So obviously it's still a half mile, but it does not really look like it in my opinion. It is very long and very skinny and very difficult to get around. Again, we will see some beating and banging here tonight. The question is, how aggressive will these drivers get before this race is over? How many cautions will we see? Or will we go caution-free here tonight at Martinsville Speedway? Seriously not. We're going to go caution-free here tonight just because of the way this track is. You could put the most skilled drivers on here. You do at least once a year in the NASCAR series, and they still don't go caution free, so I don't expect these guys to. We will see some rubbing, and of course rubbing is racing, and again they should be wrapping that drivers meeting up here momentarily. They got about 4 minutes left to go before we do move on to qualifying, so hopefully we will be able to get a word in before qualifying is up. That is the ultimate goal here, to talk to the 17, but right now that is not happening. So let's go ahead and go to our scenic cam here tonight so we can kind of filter around this track just a little bit. And just to give you kind of a inside look here, we're going to go ahead and pull up how the season has gone so far for these drivers here. Looking at the past 5 races, of course, at Daytona, Thiago Vieira did win. Atlanta, Austin Edstrom won. Las Vegas, Mikey Neal was your race winner. ISM was Bryson Barker. Jamir Muhammad getting the win finally after a little bit of a break there from being in victory lane at Auto Club. And of course, we're here at Martinsville. This track is like none of the ones we've gone to before. Right now, Mikey Neal, who already has one win on the season, is at top. Josh Reeves, the Global Building Contractors sponsored driver here, sitting in second place. So again, we'll just have to kind of wait and see how this one does all pan out when it's all said and done, as the dust will settle later on tonight, and we will be throwing it down here shortly. And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get a word in with Sterling here tonight, but we are going to step away here for just a moment, and when we come back, we'll recap practice, let you know who the top 10 are, and then we will move on to qualifying. Alright, we got 1 minute left on the clock, and it does not look like we are going to have time to get him into the booth here. We just don't have enough time. Maybe we'll get him after he goes out and does some qualifying. But just to give you a recap here of who your top 10 are here in practice, so you know, it is Mikey Neal, Josh Reeves, Jamir Muhammad, Bryson Barker, Alex Huffman, Brian Jones, Josh Coley, Trevor Graffam, Rodrigo Munoz, and Austin Edstrom. Those are your top 10 drivers here in practice. Will those drivers be the top 10 in the race? Well, time will tell. And that time is about 17 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and get your main graphics up onto the screen here, as we're going to go ahead and get rid of the countdown to the green, as we have 5 seconds left on the clock. It is time to get to qualifying here. Here it is right there. Clock is over. Qualifying is underway here in just about 4 seconds. It will be anyway, as they have that little extra padded delay there. We'll see who the first one out on the track is going to be, as qualifying is officially underway. Now, green flag is out. They have 5 minutes to get out onto the track. Qualifying drop down is coming down, and it looks like it's going to be Trevor Graffam. Is going to be one of the first drivers out, so we'll pull up the driver bar here so you can see the number 47 in the GM Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet Camaro. What will his times be here? Again, you got to be very careful not to get into the outside wall. If you do, it could invalidate your time, or if you get into that grass off that little curb there, that could do it as well. So we'll just have to kind of sit back here and see whose times come in first, whose are valid, whose aren't. A lot of things could go wrong, and a lot of things could go right for you here tonight. Well, the question is, who's going to have it go their way? Who's going to have Lady Luck on their side? As Trevor Graffam puts in a 19.847. It's not going to stick, though. Justin Starr, 19.638. And Josh Reeves to the top of the charts with a 19.408. Bill Edwards behind him, well, was behind him anyway, with a 19.518. Is this going to be Jamir Muhammad, the 19.417, .105, or sorry, yeah, .105 behind Josh Reeves, who puts in a 19.3. 13, Jameer Muhammad into the wall. Reese Milton in the 76, currently third fastest with a 19.490. Bryson Barker, though, just takes it to the top of the charts with a second place, the 19.341. He was very close to the top of the charts there. Ryan Jones going to take it to currently fourth position with a 19.456. So again, a lot of good times coming in here. Let's see. We have Mikey Neal out on the track right now in the number 8 machine. Again, hopefully Trading Paints is working a little better for us here tonight. It was not working the last couple of races, so we were having to just kind of finagle it here. But it's going to be Mikey Neal into the outside wall. So it looks like our next one's going to be Jeff Merck, that is out on the track, who has not put a time in just yet. In that number 60 machine, and still having issues with his number not wanting to show up in all the overlays. We are beginning to think it is a padding issue in our overlays, and we are going to have to tweak on that. That is actually the number 60, not the 6 here tonight, so we will make sure that everyone is aware of that, although you can see it right on his car, so it's not that big a deal. But just note that even though it says 6 in some places, it is indeed the 60s. He's going to take it to the 14th spot with a 19.700. So a 19.7 flat here. As we're going to jump over to Sterling Smith, who is coming out onto the track in the number 17 Extreme Sim Racing Riggs Chevrolet Camaro, as he's going to take it to the track. We also have Adam Henderson out onto the track. Justin Winters out on the track as well. Rodrigo Munoz out on the track. And Thiago Vieira. I will point out that anybody that does not qualify here does not have an EOL. They are doing that of their own free will. There are no EOLs after last week's race. So nobody has any penalties as far as starting at the back of this field. So again, if they opt to start at the back, it is because they choose to, not because of a penalty here tonight. So something we will have to look into and see who does and who doesn't officially qualify. But Sterling Smith currently in 19th place with a 19.890. Jameer Muhammad to 4th place right now with a 19.417. Chris Brown in the 1 puts it to currently 12th. Will he improve on that? No. 19.577 will put him in 12th place, and he will hang on to that right there. We'll talk about Jeff Merck. He's in 14th, and right above him is Rodrigo Munoz, who's currently in a 13th position. And it looks like that's just about going to do it for the drivers that look to be coming out right now. As we'll see Carlos Maciel currently in the 81 machine, sitting on pit road with Butch Frazier, both of them sitting there at the moment, not coming out onto the track here at the moment. So we'll go ahead and get rid of your driver bar. 19 seconds left to go. That is just about going to do it here for qualifying with just about 10 seconds left on the clock. Next up will be your Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm starting grid. And apparently our mic had issues there. We apologize for that, as we were just going over the replay there. We do apologize having some mic issues. We have not had mic issues in a long time, but mic issues here, so we do apologize for that. But we are back. Hopefully everyone can hear us. Again, we do apologize for the mic issue going on there, but we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here once again. And on that one there, we were just saying how the 19, wow, we can't talk, the 99 of Justin Starr got the worst end of the deal. So again, we apologize for the mic issue going on there. We thought we had it live, but apparently it thought otherwise, so we do apologize for that. But regardless, green flag is getting ready to come out once again here. Basically like the original start here, almost with a few damaged cars, but green flag is out. We are racing here. You're watching the RACECORE Online Racing League, presented by Global Building Contractors on Virtual Racing Network, a division of RaceOnTexas.com. And here they come, barreling down the backstretch. And let's go back here just a little bit here. Look at this group. Right now, this is involving anywhere from third place on, as we got cars down pit road at the moment. That is, looks like Josh Reeves and Jameer Muhammad almost going to scrape the wall. I'm not too sure he didn't scrape the wall there, just a little bit. And that is good. And that's got Sam Crawl there. Mike Neal can hear us now. That is good. That y'all can indeed hear us now. But again, early caution coming out here, and I expect to see more of those here tonight. People are going to get a little aggressive here. It's Martinsville. You kind of have to if you want to get through this field, especially when you have 32 cars on the track. And it looks like Justin Lopez is going to come out of pit road, as he was involved in that incident early on. As we go back to the front here, close to it anyway, Mikey Neal sitting in third place. Just ahead of him is Josh Reeves and Bryson Barker, but it looks like he's going to run down Bryson Barker here just a little bit. May be able to catch him before it's all said and done. We'll just have to keep an eye on that and see if he can or not. So we're going to go a little further back in this field, because this is where they're really starting to mix things up. Even further back, Justin Starr is currently 5 laps down. Even though he is being shown on the track in what looks to be about 10th position. He is actually back here at the moment, as we'll pull it up. You see right there, he is currently in 31st position, while on the track he's running roughly about 10th or 11th. But that is not his official spot at the moment, so he's got to get some laps back here shortly, as he's got Trevor Graffam behind him. Trevor Graffam currently in 12th position, so if Justin Starr was on the lead lap, he'd be in about 11th position, which is a very respectable position, but just not quite there here at the moment. So we'll see if he can get those laps back. But here comes the 88 of Austin Edgem to the inside of the 47 of Trevor Graffam. Can't quite get where he wants. He's going to have to regroup and look one more time, see if he can't try maybe the outside. Didn't work. He's going to go back to the inside once again. And we're keeping an eye. Let's go ahead and pull that top 5 up on the screen if we could. There you go. You can keep an eye on those top 5 at all times here on the screen here for you. But just an outstanding battle going on throughout this field. Ooh, as we have the 60 into the grass of Jeff Merck. Goes into the grass. I'm not sure if he had any help there, but I don't see too much damage. So he may have escaped there. Pretty lucky, all things considered. So we go back into the back of this field. Brian Bazell in the 24 machine. Brandon Dorsett is currently just ahead of him in the 29. So these guys, again, still side by side, bumper to bumper. They're not done just yet. We've already had about 6, 7, almost 8 drivers that have come down to pit road. Chris Brown came down for 1.1 second, but did not make a stop. So looks like that might have been during the incident. He just kind of got shoved down there. He didn't actually come down to pit road. But everyone that has been down there for at least 45 seconds or more on pit road. So significant damage to some of these cars here tonight. Definitely not what they wanted. or expected, but well, they might have expected it coming here, but definitely did not want it, to say the least. But Josh Reeves, we go back to the front, currently has a 1.233 second lead over Bryson Barker. At the moment, it's going to slightly grow there, not by much, but go back to Mikey Neal, 1.783 seconds separating first and third place right now. So Josh Reeves representing Global Building Contractors very well here tonight, as he is marching through this field, but he's got both of the Hooters cars back there with him now. The 82 of Justin Lopez and the 555 of Butch Frazier. And here comes the rest of the field. They are running him down like a greyhound, sniffing out a blood trail right now. They can smell victory, and they're coming for it early in this race. We're only on lap 20 of 160 of the 79 miles we have to go. But look, in just that little bit of time, how much Bryson Barker and Mikey Neal have run down your race leader. Now that he's by these guys, they're starting to lose it again just a little bit. But lap traffic will become more and more prevalent throughout the night. And when it does, that is going to play a factor in tonight's race for sure. And the question is, how big of a factor will it play in the overall outcome of this race? So, we'll have to keep an eye on that and see, as we got quite a few people on the YouTube and Facebook side of things. So regardless of which platform you're watching on here tonight, we want to thank you for tuning in. Again, some changes coming into VRN here very shortly. We will be changing up for 2020, late 2019 and early 2020, how you view things here on the channel. As one of those being, well, there may not be a channel. We'll explain more in the coming weeks when everything is set in place. But a big change is coming here to VRN in the coming months. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that racing action. As the 96 scrapes the wall there just a little bit of Craig Covington, and that is going to allow the 19 of Francois Peltier to get by him. And the leader will get by him as well. So this is what we're talking about right here. This is your leader, Josh Reeves, in the 96 right now. As we'll go ahead and pull up the mini bar while you're watching him. That's your leader. The one we're watching is, we got cars spinning out in front of him. The leader's getting involved. No caution comes out, but he has got some damage, it looks like. Let's go on board here if we can with our leader real quick. And I think he may have survived without any damage there for that. No caution comes out, and again, looks like he may have survived getting some damage. I don't know how. Him and the 19 of Francois Peltier, looked like Peltier got a little loose going through the corner, got it sideways, and I'm not 100% convinced that he does not have damage. It looks like he may. If we can get a look here from maybe the rear bumper of one of these cars in front of him, as I'm not sure, I believe that's the 81 that's in front of him. So we'll see. That is Carlos Maciel. It is indeed. Let's see if we can't go to the gearbox cam there, and you can see right there, so we're on the gearbox cam. I believe there is damage to the front. And most importantly, the grill of that 69 machine of Josh Reeves. And that is going to hinder him, as you can see behind him, Mikey Neal starting to close into the picture, as well as Bryson Barker. So that damage definitely not doing him any favors here tonight, as it's going to slow him down just a little bit. And keep in mind, they do not have any fast repairs here tonight. So whatever damage they get, they are stuck with. That would, that would be very interesting to be on NBC Sports. No, it's not even a money-hungry deal. We'll explain here in just a second, but the caution is out. Let's go back. Justin Starr involved. Let's see what brought out the caution. And right there, we got cars going around, so let's go back just a little bit further here as we're going to Justin Starr. Let's go to the aerial cam here, brought to you by Sames Ford out of Corpus Christi, Texas. And what happened here to involve the 99? It looks like possibly the 555 involved in this as well at the top of your screen. And right there, contact between the 76, 555 and Justin Starr. Nowhere to go as Trevor Graffin just kind of runs over his back bumper when it's all said and done as well. So again, Justin Starr for the second time here tonight going to get the worst end of this deal. As no surprise, everybody is coming down at pit road except for Pat Satterfield, who is going to stay out and lead a lap here if he can. Looks like he will indeed. And back to the what we were talking about with the new way we're looking at doing things here for VRN. We are going to try to change things up here a little bit. Minus the whole paying for things, so we're not going to implement anything like that, at least not right away. But we are a streaming service, and like our counterparts in the real world, if you look up or already know about like Race on Texas, Racing Boys, Speed Shift TV, all of these guys, they do all in-house broadcasting, and that is what we're going to do here for 2020 and late 2019. For any new leagues we pick up, we are actually going to have everything centralized on our website for one location. So all you have to know is the URL, and you'll be able to watch live just like you're watching right now. But it will all be centralized in one location. You can check out all the sponsor links for the leagues in that area as well. So we are gearing to more centralize everything to better promote the sponsors for the league, for VRN, and all of that good stuff. So a lot of benefits to bringing everything in-house and not relying on a third-party broadcasting partner to kind of help us stream stuff. So just a lot of stuff in the works here. Of course, that brand new website is being built here at the moment. So big shout out to Deer Park Websites for doing that. As James Helms in Houston, Texas. At the moment, slightly having a delay on our website just because, well, there's toxic fumes in the sky. So we hope he is safe. But what we are getting to right now is the green flag coming back out as they're going to hold them off to the very last minute again. Bryson Barker, a little antsy there. He wants to get this thing going. He's sitting in third place right now. Green flag back in the air. You're watching the RACECORE Online Racing League, presented by Global Building Contractors. Pace cars off, and we're going to go 3 wide for the lead. Maybe. We'll see. Are they going to do it? No. Bryson Barker's going to think better of that one. He's going to settle for second place, but Pat Satterfield getting eaten alive on the 37 lap hole tires. No surprise there. I didn't expect him to stay out front, and quite frankly, I don't think he did either. That was a strategic move to try to lead a lap. He did just that. And now he's just got to kind of hang in there for dear life and hope for a caution to come out soon. And hope that he's not involved in it by somebody getting into his back bumper with them older tires. You're looking at 6 laps under caution for those tires versus 39 laps of racing. About 36 to 35 laps of actual racing on those. So regardless, they are completely used up, and he's holding this field up right now as it looks like we're going to have Brian Jones, Jameer Muhammad, Mikey Neal, James Zarello, all these guys right there with him. Caution is out. He's not involved, and this time it looks like Justin Spear may be involved, so let's go back and take a quick look. What brought out the caution this time, as we'll see indeed what brought it out. And I believe the 77 of Justin Spear was involved. I'm not 100% sold on that just yet, though. No, indeed, it was not, as we had the 19 of Francois Peltier going around. Let's go ahead and go back to our main camera. We'll go back one more time here. You're watching the 19 of Francois Peltier and to see his side by side, looks like Reese Milton and the 79 as well. And these two about to get together here in the next corner or so. So unfortunate that it does happen, but we told you Fender's Wig event right there. 2 taps and the 19 goes around. He was the one doing the tapping too. So he got the side of the 79 just wrong, and it spun him around. So regardless, caution is out once again. And looks like nobody going down pit road. Neither is Pat Satterfield. I figured we would see the 25 come down pit road, but he is going to stay out there on those 42 lap tires as we are closing in on the 60 lap mark, which will put us less than 100 to go. Well, that is definitely not a good thing there, Hoffman. We'll have to see if we can't get with you and see if we can't get that PC fixed for you. But unfortunate that you did lock it up there. It's, you know, that again is very unfortunate for you. Hopefully get it all fixed up and we'll get you back in the race soon. That's again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. We hope everyone is having a good time. We got Brandon Young in chat. Couldn't make it here tonight. All I gotta say is if you are not making this race here tonight, you have better have eaten some chocolate cake for us. If you didn't, then it's a complete waste. I don't care what anybody says. Chocolate cake is a must. If you didn't have some, well, then you wasted your time. You should have been here racing with us instead. But welcome to chat either way. And, you know, we talked about it here a little bit. It says we're going to give a big shout out to Race on Texas here while we're under caution and the lights are off. You know, a big shout out to all the guys over there. Chris David, the owner of Race on Texas, Scott Bargloff, Nick Robbins, Tony Fetters, and all the other guys, Zach Clark, the ones that I don't know yet. It's a big shout out to them. You know, they make this job look easy on the real counterpart. Trust me, it is not. 2 weeks in, and I am still learning stuff that I never knew. Physically, I would ever think I'd ever need to know about broadcasting and streaming, even recording for that matter. But I do have to know it, and we are learning as we go. But green flag is out once again. It's going to be the 69 to Josh Reeves that leads them to the line. I'm still shocked to see that that 25 has not come down 46 laps on his tires, and you might as well just tie an anchor to the back of that car as he is sinking like a rock right now here in this race. He's down to 4th place right now, trying to hold his own with Mikey Neal on the outside. Mikey Neal's wanting no part of this. He says, I'm out of here. You've got old tires. I'm going to go ahead and just get by you. Mikey Neal will take 4th place from him, dropping him past Satterfield to 5th place here in the race. And here comes Jameer Muhammad. And interesting enough, not surprised, but interesting is just about everybody out here has some rear end damage. As let's go to the 25 and Pat Satterfield here as long as we can. Let's go to the nose cam real fast and see right there. Look at the damage to the back of Jameer Muhammad's car. It is utterly just caved in. If we go up to Jameer and go to his nose camera, look at Mikey Neal. He's got damage as well. So again, a lot of damage to everybody's car out here tonight. Not just a select few in the back that have been involved in wrecks. Even the guys that have not been involved in wrecks have some damage there. It looks like Brian Jones is going to get by Jameer Muhammad. He's on the hunt for Mikey Neal, trying to run him down. Can he get him? That would be for 3rd place if he could. We'll see again how all this plays out here tonight. There you go. We heard you eat quite a bit of chocolate cake. That is good. Josh Reeves out front. Let's go a little further back in this field. As you see there, the 77 of Justin Spear, as well as Justin Winters. So we got 2 Justins side by side, the 77 and the 4. Justin Winters here, we'll go ahead and pull his information up. Started 22nd. He's currently in 23rd, so he's lost 1 position. However, he is a rookie here, or not technically a rookie, but his first season. So he is fairly new to the league. Coming in here, I believe, because of Sterling Smith. So we'll check in with him. Speaking of Sterling Smith here at the moment, we wanted to talk to him before the race. That didn't quite happen. But currently, Sterling Smith is actually out of the race. I'm not sure when he was out of this race, but he decided to park it. Sterling Smith, Francois Peltier, and Alex Huffman, who we knew was out of the race, are out of this race right now as we go back to front. It is currently Josh Reeves in the first place, followed by Bryson Barker and Mikey Neal. And they've all three really spread out here early in this race. Oh, there you go. Huffman's cousin is Winters. So we learned something new here tonight. Let's go back to Brian Jones. Look at the battle currently for third position. It is Mikey Neal and Brian Jones. Or sorry, not Mikey Neal and Brian Jones. Brian Jones and Jameer Muhammad that are duking it out here bumper to bumper. That is currently, sorry, for fourth place, not for third place. Our apologies there. Well, so far we are just about at the 60 lap mark. So we have 104 laps to go. Be 100 to go when we start lap 61. Well, again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. So far as cautions go, they have not been too terribly bad. If we pull that caution information up here tonight, Jameer Muhammad going to the inside of the 45 of Brian Jones. He completes past 3 cautions for 12 laps out of the 58 completed. So 12 out of 58 is not too bad in the grand scheme of things here. We are just about to be on lap number 60 as Josh Reeves leading this race here at the moment. So we'll see as they come to the line here shortly. It was actually, there it was right there at the completion of this lap. We will have 100 laps to go. All right, again, coming up to the line, Josh Reeves leads it at the halfway point. We're going to step away to a quick commercial break. The caution comes out. Never mind, there's the caution right there. As soon as we mention it, and it is going to be for the 14 of Adam Henderson. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here to the aerial cam. We go, and what happened to the 14 of Adam Henderson as he was in the grass. I think this may have just been a self-inflicted wound. It was. He goes around, hits the inside wall, and he will bring it to a stop on the front stretch. And that will do it. Caution is out, and I believe it's actually, the note was the front stretch. Not so. But there you have it. Caution is out for the 4th time. So we're going to step away to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Still your race leader, followed by Tommy Fain, Bobby Miller, Gary Williams, and Shelby Williams. Gary Williams, Diamonds, turn number 3. Trying to get a run on the 1B. Bobby Miller didn't have quite enough for that time. Meanwhile, back up front, your leader still the 61 of Aaron Corley.
Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are on lap number 66. Pace car is diving off. Well, these drivers barely got a chance to get around the pace car. They're going to be flying it to the back of the pack. Here is the green flag getting set to come back out. There it is. Green flag is in the air. You're watching the RACECORE Online Racing League presented by Global Building Contractors here on Virtual Racing Network. Division of RaceOnTexas.com. So a big shout out to all the drivers out here that are making this one possible. And yes, we made sure to get the mic as we had it silent there during the caution. But we made sure to get it back as the caution comes back out once again. And it looks like the 9 is going to be involved of Brian Dorsey. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Again, caution coming out early again here in this little stint. We'll see exactly what happened. Is Brian Dorsey involved in it? Oh, we got the 88 of Austin Edstrom going 3 wide, and that did not work out for anybody. As let's go back and take another look at that. I don't know if we can 100 definitively say that the 88 would have been at fault for that. So we'll have to go back and take a look. He may have just been trying to battle for some real estate. As you see right there, he gets a huge run on the 25. And right here, yeah, just, again, I don't know if I'd say the 88 did anything wrong. The 25 shot up and then back down the track there just a little bit. And so we'll see. Let's take one more look at that if we can here and see what we have going on from the blimp camera if we can. Again, you're watching the 88 of Austin Edstrom. Watch the 25. He goes down low and then shoots up, and the 88 tries to fill that spot. The only place he really had to go, and then in the end 3 wide just didn't quite work. Again, I would not 100% fault the 88. I don't even know if I would fault him at all for that. He was fine trying to go where the 25 was not. And unfortunately, the hole filled up as the 25 came back down. So unfortunate for the 88 and the 25s. They're both going to get heavy damage. But we are under caution once again. We'll pull that racing information up. 5th caution for 21 laps. We have completed 71 when they get to the line. We're on 71 right now. Now we've completed 71 laps. Again, all cautions tonight brought to you by Hanover Wrecker Service. If you're in the area, make sure you give them a call at 1-304-664-3848 if you're in need of a wrecker service. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. Regardless of who you're rooting for, who is your favorite driver, anything like that, we want to make sure everyone is enjoying the racing here tonight. Again, Vince, a little bit of craziness going on. We've had a few cautions, but overall some great racing as the lights are off on the pace car once again. It's just a moment, just a few moments. We will go racing once again here from Martinsville Speedway. There you have it right there. The pace car making its dive off as it will get things set once again to get this thing going. Will we have a caution immediately, or will we go racing here for a little while? Time will tell. Green flag back in the air. Josh Reeves out front, followed by Bryson Barker and Jameer Mohammed side by side with him. Those two are still going to duke it out a little bit more. These guys have seen what going 2 and 3 wide does, but they're not scared up front. These are some of the best here on iRacing. Again, 32 drivers started. We currently have 29 of those on the track right now. So we'll see how many of those stay on the track and complete the lap as the caution comes out once again. And this time it's going to be for the 53 of Bill Edwards. Let's go back and take a look. And right there, you already see the beating and banging going on. Trevor Graffam in the picture here for this one as well. Question is, what indeed happened? Trevor Graffam goes to the inside. And does he have a play in this or not is the question. As you see right there, ooh, yes, Trevor Graffam gets him right in the back bumper. Let's go back and take one more look at this here. Let's go to the aerial cam. Ooh, and right there, the 53 gives a shot to the back bumper. The 45 of Brian Jones, Bill Edwards anyway. We'll see, did Trevor Graffam actually play a major part in the 53 of Bill Edwards going around, or was it just a place being at the wrong time? And I don't know. That's going to be a tough call. It looked like the 53 maybe started to come down a little bit, and the 47 was just there and had nowhere to go. But regardless, caution is out once again, so we're going to step away to a very quick commercial break. Alright, we are back once again. Pace car dives off, green flag just moments away from coming back out on the track. We have 81 laps to go, this time by right there. We are at the halfway point, 80 down, 80 to go here at Martinsville Speedway, as it is turned into a kind of a nail biter up here at the front there. None of these guys really having the chance to get away like our original leader did, as every time they start to kind of pull away, we end up getting a caution. So, and there it is right there, a huge caution on the front stretch, as that's going to involve a ton of cars here tonight. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Again, a caution coming out. Let's go to the aerial cam. What happened? We got the 53 involved in it again this time. And, ooh, beating and banging going right there, and the accordion effect happening. As, ooh, there he goes right there. Austin Edstrom goes and gets to the back bumper after a little contact, and then everyone else just piling in behind him. Again, let's go back and take a look to Austin Edstrom here. So we will go back to the main camera here. Watch Austin Edstrom. Watch him. And I believe it's the 81. As he's checking up, everyone beating and banging, and then right there, again, I don't think he's at anything intentional. There's more wrecking happening in front. He was checking up and then hit the gas. He's got to go, and unfortunately, in the process of going, he got into the back bumper of the 81 of Martinsville. It's unfortunate that it happened, but again, a little bit of tough racing. We knew this would happen. You cannot sit on the track too long. If the field keeps going, you've got to go with them here. And unfortunately, it caused a caution this time as the 81 of Martinsville did not quite get going as fast as Austin Edstrom thought he was going to go in that 88 machine. Gets into his back bumper and brings out the caution once again here tonight. All right, we'll see. Right now we have our top 7 drivers who have not come down pit road. Those include Mikey Neal, Bryson Barker, Jameer Muhammad, Brian Jones, Chris Brown, James Lorello, and Brian Bazile. Those 7 drivers did not come down pit road. We've already seen early in this race that not coming down, not necessarily a bad call. You could potentially hold off some of these cars and stay in the top 5, maybe top 10 position. If you're Mikey Neal, that's a really good call because you've got 6 other cars behind you that are going to try to hold off this field with you. So I think it's a really good strategy call if you're Mikey Neal right now. All right, again, we want to thank everybody one more time here for tuning in, whether you're on Facebook or on the YouTube side of things. We currently have a few drivers out of the race. Right now, Trevor Grafflin, Pat Satterfield, Adam Henderson, Sterling Smith, Francois Veltier, and Alex Huffman are out of the race here at the moment. There it is. Green flag is out. Is this going to be Mikey Neal on the high side getting a good jump over Bryson Barker in the 84 machine? Again, should be very interesting to see how this one all settles down when it's done. I'm not sure who's going to win this one yet. There's a little bit of contact there between the 45 and the 2. That is Brian Jones and Jameer Muhammad. Just a slight little bumper touch. Nothing major. Nothing that we wouldn't expect them to do here in this race. Again, at Martinsville, everything changes compared to how it normally goes. You do things a little bit faster, a little bit more aggressive than you would at some tracks, and that is exactly what they are doing here tonight. And unfortunately, that aggression is leading to a few cautions, as we've now had 7 cautions for 33 laps, 71 to go, make it 70 at the line. And you saw the contact just going on back here about midfield. Unfortunately, or fortunately for them, did not lead to a caution, as you have 2 Global Building Contractors cars, the 69 and the 76 of Reese Milton and Josh Reeves, as Reese Milton's going to scrape the wall just a little bit. Keep in mind, we'll try and find Reese Milton. He is currently 1 lap down. We only have 16 of the 24 drivers that are left on the track on the lead lap right now, which again is not all that unheard of when you're talking about Bristol. Martinsville, tracks like this, it is very, very easy to go a lap down or multiple laps down. You get in one little wreck and you have to come down pit road and get 2 or 3 minutes worth of repair. That alone will set you several laps down. And while we have a moment here, there's a little spread out. We're going to go ahead and go silent on the mic, and we're just going to let these engines do the talking here. So we're going to let you watch some battles going on throughout this track. So we'll be right back here in just a few moments. Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It's still not much of a battle, but a little bit of a battle going on here. Currently, for second place, Jermaine Muhammad, Bryson Barker, and Brian Jones. That is right now second, third, and fourth. Mikey Neal, the driver that earlier today was complaining about the car just being utter garbage, leading this race right now. So good job for him to be out front leading this race after not liking the way the car handled at all. As he said, it was very tight and just wouldn't turn. So unfortunate, you know, the car handles that way, but he has made the best of it here as he's leading this race. He's now led 17 laps, 62 laps to go. We're on lap 99, lap 161 laps to go. Again, you see it's 160, not 161, but they have to complete that lap as well. So they actually have 61 laps to go before this is all said and done. And Mikey Neal starting to catch drivers to put them a lap down, and this is the best case scenario if you're Jameer Muhammad or Bryson Barker, even Brian Jones back here. And I wouldn't even count out James Sorella or Chris Brown sitting back there in currently about 5th and 6th. Is that they still have a shot here when he starts catching lap cars. Oh, Jameer Muhammad into the grass. What a save by Jameer Muhammad to keep that thing going in the right direction here, as that is a very scary thought right in front of well, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. He would have probably collected them as well, and depending on how bad that got collected, it could have collected everybody behind him as well. So fortunate for them, they were able to, or for him anyway, he was able to get it going and not cause too much damage at all. But let's go take a look a little further back. There's Chris Brown, currently 6th possession, kind of holding steady right where he is. And look at this battle going on here. Brian Dorsey and Austin Edstrom, those two side by side right now. So let's watch that battle here for just a moment. Alright, again, it looks like the 88 of Austin Edstrom is going to get to the 53 now. Let's see if he can't get him around. And then we got cars going around. Caution is out. Now let's go back and take a look and see, as it's going to involve the, it looks like the 63 possibly. We'll have to wait and see if indeed the 52 we know is involved. So let's go back and take a quick look and see what happened to the 52 and the 63. Again, that was a little low right there. You see the 52 go around. I'm not sure whose hands that it was that went around or had it helped them go around. Oh, that was our leader coming into this race a little earlier, or in this race a little earlier, the 69 of Josh Reeves. And here in a minute, you're about to see him get to the back bumper, but I'm not sure. Ooh, a little bump there. I don't think he intended to spin him here. Let's go back and take one more look at that here very quickly. And so we will go back one more time. Let's go to the 69 is who we're looking for here. If we can find him on our list. There he is, Josh Reeves in the 69. And watch right here. I don't know, folks. That's a little different right there. Let's go back. We're going to look at that one more time here. We're going to go back. This time we are going to go on board here, as we will go to the cockpit camera here of the 69 of Josh Reeves. He goes into the corner here on the 52 of Thiago Vieira that's sitting in front of him. Ooh, he scrapes the wall right there for the 52. And no, you can see right there, it looks worse on the outside. He was turning to the inside, just couldn't keep off of him. As that indeed will bring out the caution once again. Again, once you go on board, it brings things to life there a little bit more. You see where the 52 scraped the wall, that allowed the 69 to get a run. And then there, you know, it looks like he punted him, but he did not. Upon him indeed, he was turning down into the corner, just had too much momentum after the 52 had gotten into the outside wall, and just ended up getting to his back bumper here. That will bring out caution number 8 here for tonight. We've had 36 laps of caution, now make it 37 as the caution is out once again. We have 50 laps to go left in this race. We are well past the halfway point. Lights are off. We're gonna go racing this next time by. Now hopefully everybody is enjoying themselves here tonight, as we have some great racing already. And we're going to go silently here and just let these cars do the talking for a minute, as watch this front group just really battle it out right now. Alright, we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. Just letting these cars do the talking here with those engines going by. And again, they are definitely loud and proud. Here's it's Jameer Muhammad out front here. Mikey Neal, who was out front and led several laps. He's currently back in 10th position. Does have a clean car. He's going to fight his way through this field. And have to do it very quickly here. I know we talked about we had 50 laps to go. It's now down to 45. His laps will start to tick away very quickly here in these closing laps. Before you know it, we'll be at the 10 to go mark. So a lot riding here in this race. Kind of a pride race almost, more than anything here at Martinsville. You got to survive the track and survive your competitors. So definitely something that you kind of pride yourself on if you can win. We'll see, we'll take a look a little further back here. We have 21 cars currently on the track at the moment. Again, the last car on the lead lap is going to be the 24, Brian Bazell, who is currently in 13th position. That is, of course, the last one on the lead lap at the moment. And unfortunately, we're going to take a look back here to the 69 of Josh Reeves. In the 7th place right now, not doing too terribly bad as far as position goes. But let's go on the board with him. And this onboard view here for the 69 of Josh Reeves does not really do it justice for how damaged that car is right now. It definitely has heavy damage. But let's go ahead, let's go through the field here. As we'll jump up to your leader and zoom in on that car. Let's go through your field here tonight, and let's see who has damage, who doesn't. Here at the moment, first place, Jameer Muhammad looks to have a fairly clean car. Started 4th, currently in first place here at the moment. Looks like Bryson Barker in the 84 also has a fairly clean car. Started 2nd, early in 2nd. Hasn't really gone too far from that position all day. James Lorello, also with a slightly clean car, does have some rear end damage here. Started 8th up to 3rd, progressing through this field quite nicely. Chris Brown, currently in that number 1, has quite a bit of damage to the car as well. Started in 12th, has worked his way up to 4th position. Austin Edstrom has used and abused that car here tonight. Unfortunately, most of it not due to his own, as that number 88 Sim Chevy Camaro is currently in 5th, started 24th, so a gain of about 20 spots here. Actually, about 20 spots, or 19 total. Josh Coley in the 33 started 25th, up to 6th place. Also, is starting to look more like a modified out there with the wheels exposed than it is a asphalt Xfinity car. Mikey Neal currently sitting in the 7th position, started 3rd, has fallen back just a little bit in the number 8 machine, has his work cut out for him. Josh Reeves, and the 69 started 1st, he's back to 8th. He's probably one of the biggest losers here tonight, hasn't been able to really show for what he really has. Has such a dominant car, but fortunately not going to have the finish he wanted here tonight. Brian Dorsey, currently in the 9th position in the number 9 machine in that Ford Mustang here at the moment. So we'll see how the Ford stacks up. Brian Jones will round out your top 10 here as we go through the field. And then Jalopnik, number 45, he started in 5th. He's currently 10th, so also has gone backwards just a hair. As we're going to see these guys duke it out again. That was a quick through the field here for your top 10. As we're going to zoom out just a little bit so you can get a better picture here. Jameer Muhammad has not been able to pull away from the rest of this pack like the leaders have done in the past. And I want to keep in mind earlier that track temp was 74 degrees. Let's go ahead and pull up that track information again here, brought to you by Bulletproof Tees. Again, we talked about it. Your track temp 74. It is now 90 degrees. Has just dropped 1 degree from 91 to 90. So still a huge difference in track temperature here. The wind speed 5 miles per hour, roughly 6 miles per hour from 2. So the wind has picked up just a little bit. The track temperature has definitely picked up here quite a bit. So a lot going on here for everyone to keep track of, as we're going to go ahead and get rid of that off of your screen, as we now have 31 laps to go. The question is, who will put it in victory lane here tonight, and will we go the rest of this way caution free, and who can make it on fuel? Right now we have 23 laps in the stint. I'm pretty certain they can make it about 50 laps or so on fuel. As we saw a driver stay at about 47 laps or so, but a caution came out. It came down anyway. So I think we should be good on fuel. We'll have to see. It just depends on how much they filled up in the tanks. Alright, just catching up on chat as we're seeing some penalties being issued out for speeding on pit road. Of course, that is always unfortunate when those do happen. They can really hinder your race here. Jameer Muhammad out front leading this thing here tonight. Oh, while we have a moment, let's go to Bryson Barker here. Let's go on board with him and run a lap or two around with Bryson Barker just to see what it's like to not quite lead this thing, but be sitting in second place knowing that you got a shot to win. So let's go on board with him. We're going to go silent on the mic. Alright, Ed, take care of one thing. Let's do it here. Let's go on board here. There we go. Now we'll go on board, having a technical issue there going on. But riding on board here with the 84 Bryson Barker here. So we're going to go silent on the mic here, as we're going to go a lap or two with him and just see what it's like. And we're actually, if we could switch over to his helmet cam, here we'll switch over to his helmet cam. This is what it's like to go around this track here for Bryson Barker. So now we're going to go silent as they're coming up to the flag stand. Ooh, little wall tag there. So we're going to go just a lap or two, and we'll be right back on the bike here just to give you a feel of what it's like to be Bryson Barker here going around this track chasing down your leader. Alright, there you have it, folks. Just a little bit around this track here as they're on the back stretch right now. And not too much terribly going on here. Almost like a Sunday drive out there for Bryson Barker. I'm sure if you were to ask Bryson Barker, though, we probably will in the post-race show if he stays where he's at. It ain't feeling like a Sunday drive out there. He is having to work it. And we're going to go back up here. Here comes Austin Edstrom in third place, trying to run down Bryson Barker as he just gets by James Lorello to take third place. We have 20 laps to go here in this race. We told you 50 to go, and they'll just keep dropping it before you know it. We have the 20 to go, and here we are, 19 laps to go here at Martinsville Speedway. Again, if you're just tuning in, well, hopefully you liked and shared this, got it out there to all your friends, because you have missed an exciting race here tonight. 19 to go, going to be 18 at the line. James Lorello gets into the back bumper of Austin Edstrom, and he's going to try to get by him one more time. Didn't quite make it work. They bunched up real tight there for a second. Here comes the 13 of James Lorello to Austin Edstrom's back bumper. He's going to have to try one more time. And can he get him is the question. He almost had him there, almost had him spun around on top of that. She is going to chase him down here one more time, so we're going to keep watching this. This is the battle right now for third place, chasing down second. Meanwhile, you have the one of Chris Brown in there trying to shake things up as well, and I believe you got a lap car. That's a little bit of hot, a little bit in the mix there too. So lap cars, all scattered out in here right now. They're just all over the place. You don't know exactly where they are until you're up on them. Jameer Muhammad, it kind of has the coast clear until he gets up to, I believe that's the 63 it is. That is the 63 of Charles Hoffman right there. So, you know, as soon as I say he's clear, he's going to be catching him here by the next lap or two. So, this is the moment that Bryson Barker, Austin Edstrom, James Lorello, Chris Brown, this is exactly what they need. You have a few lap cars coming into the picture. They need to take full advantage of this, or possibly maybe get a restart that they can take advantage of. But right now, excuse me, I don't think the caution's going to be the way to go. I think we're going to stay green. So Bryson Barker needs to get up to the back bumper of that 2 of Jameer Muhammad if he can, and take advantage when he comes up in these lap cars. It looks like, for the most part, the 63 Charles Hoffman's going to do the respectable thing. He's going to take it to the high side. He's not going to let these guys go. But look how much closer they got to your leader here, as Jameer Muhammad lost a huge chunk of time, 1.2 seconds to 0.550 seconds. So now 0.53. So that gap has significantly shrunk. As we're going to go here and look, it's going to be Austin Edstrom trying to come by Bryson Barker to take second place. It's going to be 11 laps to go. The question is, does Austin Edstrom actually have something for your race leader? Again, here this next time by is what I refer to as go time. You have 10 laps to go. If you're Jameer Muhammad, you've got 10 laps to defend your lead. Austin Edstrom side by side with Bryson Barker for second place. You have 10 laps to defend your spot and try to pass somebody. And meanwhile, this is not the way to do it with these two side by side. It makes for a really good show for you fans out there. But this side by side battle is just going to allow the two of Jamir Muhammad to pull away here with 9 laps to go. Again, laps are starting to wind down here tonight. As no surprise, we knew they would fairly quickly here, as we've been live about an hour and a half on the air. Of course, 20 minutes of that was pre-show and 5 minutes of that was qualifying. So I've been roughly on the air for about an hour and 10 minutes here racing. And again, the 84 Bryson Barker still trying to run down. Looks like Austin Edstrom going to lose a few spots there, got a little out of shape. And he is going to suffer the consequences of that as he falls back there just a little bit. He will have to fight his way back around once again as he's to the back bumper of... Oh, and James Zarello goes around. And I may have to say he had the hands of the 88 to his back bumper. Let's go back and take a look to Austin Edstrom. And we'll see indeed... Little bump there. Gets the 88 a little out of shape. He recovers from it though. And going into the next corner there. A little bump there. And that little bump hook. And spins the 13 around. As it looks like immediately the 88 is aware of it. He slows down. But the 88 giving a bump and spin to the 13 of James Zarello. And that will bring out the caution here with 5 to go. And we should, we had at least 6 to go when we got it, so we should go racing again. We are going to go ahead and step away to a quick commercial break. And we will be right back here momentarily. I may have spoke too soon, folks. I don't think we're going to go racing again. As we have the 2 to go, and they are coming right there. 1 to go. We are not going racing again. It's going to be Jamir Muhammad, Bryson Barker, and Austin Edstrom being scored with the second place. As again, there it is, final lap. So we are not going to go racing here once again. This race is coming to an end. I say that, yeah, there it is, finishing. So race is over here, folks. That is going to do it here, as they are all sorts of wacky out of order there. Pace car is still back out on the track, so It's going to stay corrected there. It's going to be Jameer Muhammad, Bryson Barker, and Mikey Neal. As it looks like, well, we'll see there. All sorts out of there. There we go. A little out of order due to him passing the pace car here. But this race is coming to an end. Well, that'll do it. It's going to be Jameer Muhammad getting the win here tonight. Oh, again, I'm not sure what was going on there. We were in live. I was 100% sure. But either way, they're going to stop for the photo here. It's going to be Jameer Muhammad, Bryson Barker, and Mikey Neal getting the top 3 spots due to that little incident there at the end with Austin Edstrom. He is ended up going to be finishing in 13th position as we have the whole track blocked here. Let's go to the aerial cam here as we'll see they are lining up for their photo here at Martinsville. They're sitting there. Let's go ahead and go through your unofficial race results for tonight's event as we'll go through those very quickly here for you before we get to the post-race show. Getting the win here is going to be the number 2 of Jameer Muhammad to win 2 in a row here in the series. In second place is going to be 84 of Bryson Barker. Third place, the 8 of Mikey Neal. Fourth place will be the 45 of Brian Jones. Fifth place will be the 9 of Brian Dorsey. Sixth place, the 13 of James Arello. Seventh place will be the 69 of Josh Reeves. And 8th place will be the 79 of Rodrigo Munoz. In ninth place will be the 81 of Carlos Masil. 10th place will be the 88 of Austin Edstrom, 1 lap down. And then on, he's the first one a lap down. 11th place, the 1 of Chris Brown. 12th place will be the 52 of Thiago Vieira. 13th will be the 24 of Brian Bazell. 14th will be the 33 of Josh Coley. 15th will be the 63 of Charles Hoffman. 16th will be the 29 of Brandon Dorsett. 17th will be the 4 of Justin Winters. 18th will be the 55 of Butch Frazier. 19th will be the 96 of Craig Covington. And 20th will go to the 77 of Justin Spear. 21st will be the 99 of Justin Starr. 22nd, the 53 of Bill Edwards. 23rd, the 60 of Jeff Merck. 24th will be the 76 of Reese Milton. 25th will be the 47 of Trevor Graffam. 26th will be the 22 of J.W. Lopez. 27th will be the 25 of Pat Satterfield. 28th will be the 14 of Adam Henderson. 29th will go to the 82 of Justin Lopez. 30th will go to the 17 of Sterling Smith. 31st will go to the 19 of Francois Peltier, and the 33rd, rounding out the field here tonight, unfortunately due to computer issues, will go to the 3 of Alex Huffman. That will do it here for your unofficial race results. As we are set to go here, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to bring up your official finishing order here. There is your top 20 on the screen, and we'll be right back here as we jump over to the post-race show. All right, folks, real fast here, we are going to try to replay this while we're talking to the drivers here, as I'm not sure what happened to our version of it, but apparently we completely missed the last lap here, so we are going to go back and watch the last little bit of this here so you can see exactly what happened. Right there is you see the Mikey Neal and the one getting together. So that is something we missed. Something happened. We did not know what happened. We were on live. We went back and checked. But somehow iRacing decided it didn't want to show us the last lap of the race. But regardless, we're letting you see it right here. That is what happened, transpired until getting the finish the way it was. And we do have our top 3 drivers here with us in the booth as we're going to go back to live here. Finishing in 3rd place here tonight is going to be the 8 of Mikey Neal. So first off, as always, Mikey, welcome to the booth. And what happened there is, again, iRacing glitched on us. We completely missed the last lap on that restart. We had to go back and watch it. But what happened there with you and the one of Chris Brown?
He just spun his tires. I think I started in 3rd gear to be safe. Pretty sure he started in 2nd, spun him out on the outside, and spun right in front of me. Nothing I could really do. And I was just kind of an innocent victim. That's what happens when you restart on those older tires. It happens. Nothing that we could really do.
Definitely nothing that can be done about it. And again, hopefully everyone out there is still able to see what happened, as we did go back and watch the replay of it. Is for some reason it just skipped it on us. But you know, you had a decent night here. You were in the top 10 just about all night long. And you definitely had a shot to get the win here tonight. Is there anything you think you could have done different, or just maybe played out different to get you the win here tonight?
You know, I just needed track position, and I finally got up in front, and you know, Bryson let me by, which thanks to him. I know he was saving stuff till the end, and I got out front. I did exactly what I needed to do, and we had that caution in the pits. I came out, and I was probably, I think I hit 37 miles per hour coming out of the pits when the pace speed is, or when the pit road speed was 35. And usually, iRacing will give you like a little bit of a, I don't know really how to say it, but it kind of assists you. It gives you a little bit over the speed limit, and you can usually get out. Like I know Bryson said he was at around like 40 miles per hour coming out of the pits, and I was at 37. But I luckily got a black flag there, so put me in the back. And from there, I mean, you're using your tires trying to get back up to the front. And I think I got really lucky to get back to 3rd, because I know a couple of cars ahead of me got DQ'd. But I mean, like I said, nothing I could really do at that point. Just unfortunate.
It definitely is. Sometimes there's race control officials down there a little more lenient. Sometimes they're not, so you never know which one you're going to get. But unfortunately, they bit you here tonight. But you still managed the top 3 finish. So congrats on that. And we know you got some sponsors and shout-outs. So who would those be here for that 3rd place finish?
Yeah, I got to thank the main sponsor, Gold Building Contractors. Gotta also give a shout out to iRacing Drivers World, Gold Cube, and Huffman Designs, sponsors for the RACECORE. They're awesome. Thank you guys very much. I thank my teammates at One Sim. Thank you guys very much. Also, thank you guys for broadcasting every race. Love having you guys. I thank mom and dad for watching. Love you guys. I thank all the viewers out there for watching each race. I love having you guys. We also got to congratulate Jameer. I know he's not a short track. He's not a fan of these short tracks, and for him to get a victory at Martinsville, that's pretty cool. And also a shout out there to Bryson for getting 2nd.
All right, again, congrats on 3rd place here tonight. And, of course, speaking of 2nd place, that is the 84 of Bryson Parker coming in 2nd place. Again, same thing. Really, the top 3 here tonight just had fantastic runs all around. You know, the $1 million question is the same one. What do you think needed to happen for it to reverse the role and get the win here tonight and put Jameer in 2nd? As both of you were just really, really fast and really dominant out there tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a pretty solid night. Jameer was extremely fast as the run went on. He did a good job at saving his tires. I stayed with him there for, 15, 20 laps. We were nose to tail, and he slowly started to check out as my tires were worn. And I believe, those guys were shifting, and I never got the shifting thing down. I stayed in fourth gear. I tried it, and I couldn't get it. So I just stuck with what I knew, and I believe I was getting beat there. But overall, it was a pretty solid night, and I'll take a top 3.
Well, definitely top 3 getting a runner-up here spot is always good when it comes to the point standings at the end of the season, trying to get that championship. At the end of the season, that is the ultimate goal, of course, to get that championship, get the trophy. So speaking of that, it's a long ways off, but if it comes down to it and you do end up getting that championship here, how much is a little bit of a pride boost is it in getting that trophy and being the champion, especially now when we're going from 20 cars last season to upwards in 30 to 40 cars this season?
Yeah, it would be great. Of course, anytime you can win a championship with these group of guys, it would be nice. But championship's a long way away. Forward to Texas. We'll worry about the championship when it gets here.
Well, definitely we'll worry about it, but there are some people probably that have helped you get this far, and they're going to help you get to that point as well. And we know you got some sponsors and shout-outs, so who would those be?
Oh, yeah, of course, Global Building Contractors, the Gold Cube, iRacing Driver as well, Alex Huffman for the paints, you for the broadcast, and congrats to Jameer. He had a really fast car tonight and a good run.
All right, again, congrats on second place here tonight. And, of course, speaking of who he was just speaking of, that is the 2 of Jameer Muhammad. And if I'm not mistaken, this makes back-to-back wins. So, you had that little bit of a slump there. And now it looks like you've turned it back around and found what you were missing there for a while. So do you care to tell us what it was you found? Because you clearly had that thing on rails here tonight.
Just like Mikey said, this sort of track racing isn't my thing. And, to be honest, I kind of found something watching the NASCAR race earlier this afternoon. Just kind of watching those guys work pedals and breaking points and where they're gassing. I just kind of learned from that, and I came in tonight with just a little more confidence. I wasn't the fastest, though. I mean, Josh Reeves, Bryson Barker, Mikey Neal, those 3 were the top 3. They were faster than me. I was the 4th best. And it was kind of fluky that I ended up winning, to be honest. I went from 4th to 1st without passing anyone. So sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. I had a little bit of spin through the grass. It was a wild one. And then we had that one lap shootout, which I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back on there. Luckily, there was a caution because I went right into the wall in turn 1. But I guess you guys missed that. But it was just it was an amazing night. This was honestly my most favorite winning here in Martinsville. It was huge.
It definitely was, and we had to go back and watch it. You mentioned there iRacing. We were certain we were going to get a one-lap shootout, and then all of a sudden the race is over. So it glitched out on us and skipped the race somehow. But we did go back and watch that ending there with Mikey Neal in the 1. So unfortunately, there was Chris Brown, by the way, in the 1. Caution coming out here helps you a little bit and hurts you a little bit. Just depends on how it plays in your favor when it comes down to it. But at the end of the night, it's not necessarily who's the fastest. It is about who can get out front and be consistent and have a little bit of lady luck on their side. And that was you here tonight to make it 2 in a row. So going forward, are you ready for next week? And are you going to try to make it 3 in a row?
Oh yeah, I mean, I like Texas is one of my favorite tracks, so I'm looking forward to going there. But yeah, it'll be awesome to do a 3-peat, that's for sure. Yeah, tonight was all about track position. Like I said, Bryson Barker, Mikey Neal, Josh Reeves, those guys were so fast. It was going to be track position at the end of the day. It was going to be hard to pass. So, wow, I still can't believe I won this race tonight. It's crazy.
Well, it definitely did, so let it sink in, and we know you got some shout-outs and sponsors, so who would those be for that win here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Global Building Contractors, Gold Cube, Huffman Designs, iRacing Drivers World. Shout out to Justin Starr for running a great league and all the time that he puts into it. Shout out to my wife and my son and my parents and any family and friend that's watching. Thanks.
All right, again, congrats on the win here tonight. We're not done just yet, ladies and gentlemen. We have one more piece of business to take care of before we sign off here for tonight. And, of course, that is to thank all the sponsors that have come on board here for this race and, of course, this season on the broadcast or the racing side of things. A big shout out to the official sponsors. Global Building Contractors, iRacing Drivers World, and Gold Cube. And, of course, on the broadcast side of things, we wouldn't be here for 2019 if it wasn't for the following partners: Northwest Racing Series, Walls Beard Co., RaceOnTexas.com, Sim Speed Shop, Hanover Record Service, On the Edge Motorsports, Huffman Designs, and, of course, RACECORE. Make sure you check out all these great partners over on their social media site. On behalf of myself, all the staff at VRN, all the drivers and staff at RACECORE, we wish everyone a safe rest of your night, and we will see you back here tomorrow night with the Northwest Xfinity Series on Monday Night Racing. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you there.